everyone, and welcome to Los Angeles for the first leg of what is can only be described as a super fight. We saw there the head-to-head. It's the trilogy. Canelo Alvarez against Gennady Golovkin for the undisputed super middleweight championship of the world. September 17th, T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas, live on DAZN pay-per-view. This fight has everything. Two global icons of the sport of boxing, two legends of the sport of boxing, the unified middleweight champion of the world, Gennady Golovkin, against the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Canelo Alvarez. And we cannot wait for this fight. It has absolutely everything. Two great fighters, two great trainers, backstory, incredible 24 rounds of action. This time, I truly believe you will get an even better fight on September the 17th. We're going to speak to all the members of the teams up here and, of course, the fighters. I'm going to start with you, Sal, if that's okay, as the champion. This fight, I've never quite seen you in this frame of mind before. Talking to the media backstage there, the head-to-head up there. Is it fair to say this fight is personal for you?
Yeah, it's personal for me. And this is the way I am. I'm not pretend to be a other person or say things in media or in other place and come here and pretend, I don't say anything, I don't want to say anything. No, it's personal for me because he talk a lot of things, and you know, guys, that's why it's personal. And I just can't wait to be in that ring.
You said backstage that you felt that when you come face to face, he doesn't say those things, but sometimes in interviews or media, he'll say that. You said, talking about two different people in Gennady Golovkin.
Yeah, he's two different people. He pretends to be a nice guy, but he's not. He's an asshole. That's what he is. He pretends to be a nice guy, and oh yes, I'm just looking for the fight. I'm happy, but in another place he talk a lot of shit. It is what it is. Just be a man and say what you say.
You talked also backstage about wanting to destroy him, wanting to finish his career.
Really
that's how you feel. You want to finish the career,
and I will do it for sure.
You believe you win this fight by knockout on September the 17th?
That's the only way I want to finish this fight.
We'll come back to you, Sal. Gennady, welcome. A lot said, and for you as well, this fight?
Can I speak Russian?
No.
Yeah, help me. Ну, я не думаю, что это для меня прям такой личный вопрос, потому что переубеждать в чем-то кого-то, то есть, что я хороший человек или плохой человек, я не собираюсь. Я являюсь тем, кем я являюсь. И скажу так, то есть я не испытываю ничего персонального. То есть я выхожу боксировать и выхожу боксировать. То есть для меня это совсем другое, как вижу я эту ситуацию. Если у него есть что-то персональное ко мне, но это точно не мои проблемы. Это его вывод. Как я могу его переубедить в этом?
I do not take this as personal. I think this is sport. I am who I am. I do not try to be like two different guys, like it's been said. I go out to box. If he has something personal against me, I believe it's his problem, not mine.
You talk about those two fights, incredible fights. You stand by. You believe your hand should have been raised in those two fights. This is the last fight between you two for sure this time. How much do you want victory on September the 17th?
Ну, я уверен в том, что для того, чтобы подняли руку, надо сделать очень многое. И это главное, над чем мы оба работаем, я думаю, и оба мотивированы. То есть для того, чтобы подняли наши руки.
I'm confident that in order to have your hand raised, you have to do a lot. Both of us realize that, and we contribute 100% to that. We both want this to happen.
We'll come back to you. Gennady, bring in the trainers now. Jonathan Banks, welcome.
Yep.
The first time as part of this trilogy. Very exciting. I was enjoying the head-to-head up there. I think you said that's enough at one stage, and I wanted it to go on a little bit longer. But these are the fights we live for, right? Great fighter yourself. Been a trainer of so many big nights, big fights. Doesn't get much bigger than this, and I know you're going to come very well prepared for September 17th.
Yeah, 100%. This is a great stage to be on, and I'm looking forward to the fight. 100%.
Talk about the move to 168. This is a world-class fighter that's been at 160 for many, many years. You know, you look in the head-to-head there, he's a big middleweight, as many people outside Canelo Alvarez as well. But a lot of people feel that actually the move to 168 is going to benefit him in this stage of his career.
I don't think it'll be a beneficial nor a decline to either fighter to move up to go to 168. He's been at 160 and he's been reigning in for the longest of times. But going to 168, it's just a matter of training and adjusting yourself to going to 168. I don't think it's going to be a setback or any type of downfall.
You must have watched the Dimitri Bivol fight, of course, and that defeat. A good time to fight Canelo Alvarez, a bad time to fight Canelo Alvarez coming off that defeat?
I mean, I just think it's depending on who you are. Like, it's never a good time to fight Canelo Alvarez. But he is the same guy who he always going to be. He's going to bring the hardest fight to whoever he's in the ring with. You know, so I'm not out in no way, shape, form, and fashion, but I look at it like, okay, now's the perfect time, or this is the perfect time. Canelo Alvarez is a world-class fighter. That's easily said, and he's never been afraid of anybody. You know, it's just a matter of who wants to get in there with him. Now he got a guy like G who wants to get in there with him and want to compete with him, and I think, in my opinion, G is also one of the fearless guys that's coming to fight, that's coming to take what he felt that he should have had in the first place. You know, so, and I think that's what's going to make this such an awesome fight, is because both guys is looking at each other like, I got something to prove. And I think that's what's going to make this a beautiful fight. And both of them, as Canelo said, he says the only way this fight ends, in his opinion, if you put G's into, if you beat him into retirement. So that's a hell of a statement. So it's going to be a great fight.
Thank you, Jonathan. Eddie, welcome. Again, great seeing the hunger that Saul always has, the fire that he has in his belly for this fight. An exciting fight. September 17th, you're ready for camp for what should be a tremendous third fight between these two great fighters.
Tercera pelea fenomenal entre estos dos.
Sí, pues contentos de una vez más enfrentarnos a Golovkin. Creo que él es el mejor 160 libras contra el mejor 168. Ya se conocen. Pues como dice Saúl, esto es personal para él y no queda más que prepararse bien, entrenar bien para volverle a ganar.
Yes, once again, we're facing Golovkin, who is the best at 160, and he's facing the best at 168. They know each other. They've, as Saul says, this is something that is personal for him. So the only thing that we have to do is train well, prepare well to win him, to beat him again.
Obviously, the Bivol defeat was tough to take, but you know Canelo Alvarez and you know how he bounces back. You see a very hungry fighter going into the ring for this very important match in his career.
Sí, la pelea contra Bivol fue una derrota que caló, pero pues yo conozco a Saúl, siempre eso le sirve para regresar más fuerte y lo van a ver el 17 de septiembre.
Yes, the loss was a loss that really hurt. It really hurt, but I know Saul, and Saul, this helps him to come back stronger, and you'll see that on September 17th.
And finally, Saul's made it very clear that he believes he wins this fight by knockout as his trainer. Do you believe in that result?
Pues vamos a prepararnos fuerte. Lo que sí les digo es que vamos a salir desde el primer round a ganar la pelea y ojalá y sea por nocaut.
Well, what I can tell you is that we're going to prepare strongly for this fight. And since from the first round, we're going to come out to win the fight, and hopefully it'll be by knockout.
Thank you, Eddie. Gennady, a lot of questions about your age. You look fantastic. You look extremely fresh. We talked about the move to 168 pounds. I'm sure 160 was very tough, particularly in Japan as well. But how do you feel ahead of this fight?
Но я чувствую, что да, действительно это будет новый этап для меня. Ну, то есть многие чемпионы, многие спортсмены в этой ситуации оказываются. Я думаю, я сделаю все лучше, покажу лучшего себя в этой ситуации. Посмотрим, время покажет, бой покажет.
I feel that it's going to be like a new stage for me. And a lot of boxers found themselves in this situation before. I'm certainly going to prepare and I'm going to show my best.
I've seen certain things said between the two of you guys, but if you speak from the heart, do you respect this man? Do you like this man?
Вы знаете, как бы много можно говорить. Я скажу за него персонально, да, то есть, конечно, как то, чего он достиг в спорте, то, что какой бокс он показывает, это заслуживает уважения, потому что я большой фанат бокса. Но то, что вот эти вот эмоции, которые происходят сейчас, я не понимаю, потому что у нас было прекрасных 2 боя, после чего, то есть мы обнялись, пожали руки, и как бы сейчас заново что-то получается. Он говорит, что я много что-то говорю. Не знаю. Что-то я сказал, что-то неправильно или что-то необычного. Как бы я в этом не нахожу ничего, что я сказал что-то плохое в его сторону.
You know, if we take my opponent's achievements, I believe he did great because I'm a big fan of boxing, and from that standpoint, I respect him a lot. And as for him saying that it's personal, I really don't understand what he's talking about because after the second fight, we shake hands, and I believe we put everything behind us back then. And if he says that he still has something against me, I believe it's his problem, not mine.
So, finally, the last word to you. Do you buy that?
Yeah.
You shake hands, it's over. You respect one another.
That's what I think in that fight. That's what I think the same way. He's saying, and that's it. We shake hands. But after that, he started talking. So, not make sense. But it is what it is. I'm just glad to be here, and I can't wait.
Fired up, coming back from the defeat. I know it hurt, that defeat to Dimitri Bivol, but hungrier than ever.
Yeah.
And ready to put in a career best performance.
More dangerous than ever.
More dangerous.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Sal. Thank you, Gennady, Jonathan, as well. I've got to say, as a fight fan, this is a special, special fight to be involved with. This is one of the biggest fights that we've ever been involved with at Matchroom. Of course, the Zone pay-per-view, a huge moment for the platform. 2 incredible fighters, 2 icons of the sport of boxing, the unified middleweight world champion, Gennady Golovkin, against the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world. T-Mobile Arena, September the 17th. Everything on the line. And we cannot wait for an incredible fight. We're going to have one more head-to-head up here with the belts. And then the fighters going to be available for the media. On Monday, we will be in New York for the second leg of the press conference. The pre-sale started today. Of course, tickets are going to go extremely quickly at T-Mobile. General sale begins on Monday. Wherever you are in the world, do not miss Canelo against Triple G 3, the trilogy, live on the Zone pay-per-view, September the 17th.